Happy Saturday! Today is September 5th, 2020, Saturday. And I know I'm looking all natural. Listen, I thought I would bring y'all into my experience in this kitchen. I'm washing up some dishes. I was sitting here washing up dishes, cleaning up the kitchen, and just thinking about some things. And thinking about someone in particular. I won't mention the person's name or the circumstance. But I was just thinking about a circumstance that I know someone's dealing with. And this person's been dealing with it for probably a couple of years now. I don't even know how long this person's been dealing with it. But the thought that came to me was, you didn't ask for it. You didn't request it. But God trusted you with it. And the next thing would be perspective is everything. So those could be two hashtags. You didn't request it, hashtag number 1. God trusted you with it, hashtag number 2. Well, actually 3 hashtags. Third hashtag would be perspective is everything. There are things that we go through in life that are just inexplicably painful, embarrassing, and some things people have control over. Example, you have control to some degree, unless you have some kind of health issue, over your weight, the size of your body, what shape and condition your body's in, as long as you don't have some kind of disease working against you and don't know how to fight against it. So you have control over those things. You have control over the kind of clothing you wear, so whether you're a person who exposes your body or dresses with the modest apparel as the Bible tells you to. You have control over those things. You have control over the way you perceive things, the way you treat people. You can't control how people treat you, but you can control how you treat others and even how you respond to people when they mishandle you. The kinds of things you can't control would be the family you're born into. You can't control the generational predispositions that you have. You can't control those things. And simultaneously, just because you're predisposed to something, it doesn't mean you have to be governed by it or even let it control your attitude. Going back to the first situation I was mentioning in the beginning of this video, where this person's been dealing with something for at least a couple of years, what I really saw in my mind's eye when I thought about this person's situation, I saw this person rejoicing. I saw this person in their situation and circumstance magnifying and praising God. And I know I saw that because it was a reminder that when the devil shoots his best shot at you and it doesn't knock you off your praise and doesn't stop you from glorifying God, if in the midst of his best attempt to literally shut you up, literally stop you in your tracks, literally prevent you from being the salt and light that God called you to be because you're so preoccupied by what God has allowed him to do to you that you just freeze up. When he realizes that you will still praise God, you'll still say God is great. Like, look what happened to Job, right? Nobody that I know of in this modern day has ever gone through anything like what Job went through. And yet, even in the midst of everything, you know what Job said? Job said, the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. I don't know if I'd be able to say that as quickly and as readily as he did. But he was ready. He already had the mindset, the spiritual maturity, and the kind of heart that would thank God in his circumstance, in his situation, no matter what was happening. If this is noisy, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to multitask. But, can the same be said about me? Can the same be said about you? That's a good topic to really kind of delve into and do some self-inventory on. Can God really trust you with that level of suffering? I don't know if he can trust me with that kind of suffering. And I guess he can't because I haven't gone through it. I'm not saying I haven't suffered. I'm not saying that because I've gone through my share. I could tell y'all some stories. some that would probably seem unbelievable. I may think I'm making something up if I were to share some things with you, and I have no reason to do that. But the point I'm making is God knows exactly what your pain threshold is. He knows how much pressure you can take. He knows how intense and how long the duration of a trial needs to be for it to accomplish what it needs to accomplish, for that peaceable fruit of righteousness, for that next level or next dimension to be cultivated, for you to be catapulted into it, for you to be able to stand up under the pressure of what God blesses you with. You have to be able to stand up under pressure, because blessing doesn't just come by itself. Blessing comes with scrutiny. Blessing comes with pressure. Blessing comes with responsibility. Blessing comes with criticism. Blessing comes with haters. It also comes with positive things. And when you focus your attention on the positive things, you will literally drown out the voices of the negative things. I said this before, and I will say it again. Excuse me a second. Life really is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you respond to it. I haven't always been the best at responding to things. I've been reactionary more often than I would like to admit, that I would care to admit, more often than I'm proud to admit. But, that's my history. That's my story. And God has graciously protected me in my own moments of weakness and ignorance, and just helped me to regain proper perspective and just, what's the word I'm looking for? Regroup, I guess I'll say. God is gracious. God knows the carnal things that we have to work through and be delivered and healed from. He knows that. He knows the mindsets that we have that stand in the way of us being the spiritual giant that is on the inside of us. And He's very patient. He patiently waits for us to go through the process of cleansing and purging. Having that yes, Lord spirit. As long as you got that yes, Lord spirit, that yes, Lord disposition, that yes, Lord mindset, have your way, Lord mindset, and He's going to do just that. Don't be frustrated in your process, and don't compare yourself to other people. I just finished reading this daily devotional. It was a 31-day devotional called All In. All In. And for those of you who watched some of my other videos, you've heard me talk about that season when God started bringing those words before me, like back to back. I remember in the span of less than 2 weeks, I believe it was, 2 weeks to a month, I remember seeing those words all in, and it kept coming at me, and every time I saw the words, I was like, oh. It felt like a call. It felt like a clarion call. It really did, because it hit me, and I was like, all in, like, what does that even look like? What, all in? All in? And I know that's what we're called to as Christians, God's wanting us to come to Him with clean hands and a pure heart, and He wants all of us. He does. God will graciously take the level of surrender that we give, but there's always a deeper level that He wants. And it's not until we truly surrender to that deeper level that we can experience Him in a more meaningful way. God is so much more than the triune part of the Trinity. He's so much more than the great I am. He's so many things. The great I am right there tells you there's so much to Him that we don't even experience yet, or fathom, or even comprehend and understand. But all in, that makes me think of Joyce Meyer. I used to watch more back in the day when we used to use VCR recorders. You could actually record some shows that were on TV, and you could set your VCR to program to record for blocks of time, so it didn't matter how many shows came on during that time. DVRs are different. DVRs record your show. And then even if it's shows that are consecutive on the same channel, you don't have one continuous stream of recording. You have to go into each one. Tangent, back to what I was saying. Back when I used to use a VCR to record, I used to record Joyce Meyer and Creflo Dollar all the time, and I would listen to them. And one of the things that Joyce Meyer used to talk about... Hold on one second, I'm sorry. Hold 1 second. Yes, I'm back. So as I was stating, when I would watch Joyce Meyer, I used to receive so much encouragement from her messages. She dealt with a lot of foundational things. She did a book and a series about the battlefield of the mind, and about being careful about, what comes out of your mouth, about your confessions. And she very candidly talked about her own process of learning how to not only stop saying the wrong things, but start saying the right things. It's not enough just to stop saying wrong things, stop being negative. That's half of the battle. But if you stop saying wrong and you don't ever start making the positive confessions, I'm clearing the straw. In case you're wondering what I'm doing. Isn't that pretty? That pink. Lovely. If you never get to that place of confessing the right thing, then, you are not benefiting from the death and life that's in the power of your tongue. You've got to speak death to the things that want to stop you and the things that are contrary to the will of God. And you've got to speak life to the things that are in the will of God. The direction that the Holy Spirit will have you to go in. Even if you don't see it, you still have to speak it. I'm dealing with something right now. I'm asking the Lord for something specific. You hear that sound? Like ASMR, right? My bracelets. But I'm asking the Lord to do something specific in my life. And the process of waiting on manifestation has at times been frustrating. I won't lie about that. It has been. And, I asked the Lord to help me to be very mindful of my confession. Help me not to allow wrong communication to come out of my mouth concerning that thing, simply because, I'm in that place of frustration. I literally asked Him to help me. And He has helped me. In times where I had opportunity to say something negative, I was like, nope, not doing it. Not going there. I need God to just work this situation out. It's something that I prayed about. I asked the Lord to bring this into my life, and He brought it, and it hasn't worked the way I know it's supposed to yet, but I know it's going to. And I asked Him, if I have something in my life that I haven't confessed, some area of unconfessed sin, some kind of offense I need to apologize for, anything. If there's anything that I'm either doing or not doing that is standing in the way of me experiencing this breakthrough in this area, I need you to show me what it is so I can get it right. And, I haven't seen anything yet. He hasn't revealed anything to me yet. But I still have that same posture. I'm a tither. I'm a seed sower. So that's not an area of disobedience in my life. It's not. So again, it may be a heart attitude. It may just be that God is stretching me in this season to learn how to trust Him in a different way. Either way, I just wanted to put that tidbit out there. I'm almost finished cleaning out this sink here. Usually when I wash the dishes, I wash the sink out too. I love the sound of running water. I told y'all that in my other videos. That's one of the most peaceful things for me. The sound of running water. Oh my. Oh my, oh my. It's wonderful. Anyway, this is Labor Day weekend. I hope that everyone is safe no matter what you're doing. Please make sure you walk in wisdom. Don't allow the excitement of the holiday to cause you to forget about being wise. Protect yourself. Wear your mask. Wash your hands. Wait 6 feet or more apart. And just be wise, you know. There's a way to enjoy yourself without putting yourself or the ones you love and even the ones you don't know in danger. And we have a responsibility as a world to not be selfish. You got to think about other people, you know. Just because your immune system may be strong enough that, you know, you could come in contact with COVID and do nothing more than be a transmitter of the disease. Why would you want to be selfish like that and pass that on to somebody who may die from it? Be cognizant of what you're doing. Be intentional. Take care of yourself. Get your proper rest. Listen to your body. And sometimes, you know, we make plans and we have to press through because we just have to do certain things. There are other things, other times that we make plans to do things and our bodies are talking to us and telling us, I need you to slow down and I need you to rest. Use wisdom. Take care of your vessel. Your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. God didn't intend us to go all the time. Even Jesus took rest on the Sabbath. So walk in wisdom. All right. I have just been all natural these days. I had, you see my waves of natural. This is all natural, y'all. And when the weather hits it, child, y'all pray for me. I'm natural. When my hair is down like this, that's when I feel the most, what's the word? I feel the most divided in my decision about being natural. Sometimes I want to continue because I'm so curious about what it would look like when I get my hair to a place of knowing how to really manage it in a way that I like it. I like waves, but I don't want to wear my hair in a ponytail all the time. And when it's out, I have a pretty tight hair curl pattern. I don't know if my hair is 4C, but it's in that number 4 category. So I don't have those long or elongated curls. I have the tighter curls. It's the way my hair is made. It's the way God made me. But again, I grew up with relaxer. My mother relaxed my hair at a young age. And when you grow up with hair that's straight and silky and it only, you know, gets in the natural texture when you need another relaxer after like 6 or 8 weeks, and that becomes a norm for you, it is definitely a huge change and transition to revert back to the natural state. So y'all pray for me. I'm trying to do things that are healthier for my body. I've been seeing a chiropractor and it has been amazing. Amazing! If you are in this area and you are looking for a chiropractor, I would recommend Dr. Preston D'Antoni. It's called Gate City Health. It's on Battleground Avenue, and the name on the building is Maximized Living. And they're Christians. He and his wife and their employees. It's just such a great environment, such peaceful, sweet people. Just breath of fresh air, honestly. And I'm thankful that the Lord led me there. But yeah, if you need a chiropractor, they're running a special right now. Yeah, for your initial consultation, your first adjustment, and your first set of x-rays, because that'll tell him what condition your spine is in and what adjustments you would need. That it's $120 value, but they're running a special now. You can get all of that for $48, and then you also get to come in for a group teaching / consultation where he explains things about the spine and gives you the opportunity to sign up for treatments, for adjustments. And he bases the regimen on, you know, the seriousness of the curvatures in your spine, whether or not they're slightly misaligned or if you have, you know, serious misalignment issues going on. But I have to say, I've heard a lot of negative things about chiropractors. So that's why in the beginning, when I started listening to him on the radio, I was just taking all the information in and really just praying and telling the Lord I would love to go. Because I didn't have any major problems, but I had some things going on. And I'm going to tell you, those issues are clearing up, definitely. But I didn't want to put my mouth on it or speak about it to people who were walking in a level of fear concerning chiropractors, because then, you know, that would have probably raised my eyebrow. And I'm so glad that I followed and did things that way as the Lord led me, because I have a testimony of my own from experience. There may be chiropractors out there who adjust you enough to keep you coming and keep you broken just enough. He's not that type of chiropractor. They literally have a huge bottle in the waiting area, well, in the area where you do your exercises before you get adjusted, where people who've been on prescription medicines put the old bottles in there. That's a celebration right there. And they celebrate those things. Again, their goal is to get you to holistic health. They're not just looking to correct your spine. They're looking for holistic health. So they're, I won't call them vegans. I don't know if they profess to be vegans, but they eat organic whole foods. They eat healthy meals. They believe in proper nutrition, proper hydration, exercise, rest. Just, like I said, holistic health, the whole being, the whole entire you. And it's just a refreshing environment. So this is not intended to be an advertisement for them. They didn't ask me to talk about this. I'm talking about it because I'm experiencing great things there. And if you have a need for a chiropractor, I'd like to see you experience and benefit the way I've been benefiting from that place. All right, so if you need to hit me up, if you need that information again, you just go to gatecityhealth.com. His name is Dr. Preston, Preston, D'Antoni, D'Antoni, on Battleground Avenue. It's right in the same shopping center where Earth Fair used to be. Earth Fair will be on one side. Then they have Style Encore. They have Earth Fair on this side. Style Encore is on this side. They have a nail place on this side. Maximized Living is like right in between there. So just to give you a visual. If you know the area, you'll know what I'm talking about. Okay. I'm signing off now. Have a great day. Happy Saturday. Happy Labor Day. And remember, you didn't ask for it. You didn't fill out a request form for it. God trusted you with it. So get your perspective right. Lean on God. Ask Him to help you to look like Him. And when you walk in that mindset, the devil's not going to know what to do with you. He's going to literally have to have meetings to find out how to come against you. But remember this, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Don't pick a fight with the devil, because that's not wise. When you get into his tactics, which are carnal, you will lose every time. But the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. They are not carnal. They're mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God, and then bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ. So that's where we win. When we stay in our battlefield, we use our armor, spiritual armor that God has given us, then we will always win. Always. Always win. All right? Have a great day. Ta-ta. Bye-bye.